and welcome to today's workout. Today is a lower body workout, so we've got half an hour of exercise, a great little warm up, about 16 minutes of working out, and then a cool down as well. So let's begin with the warm up. So we're going to start off, we're going to start off with some shoulder rolls. So let's roll those shoulders back, and again, hello, we've got company. Both those shoulders, good. And let's go the other way, roll those shoulders forward. Hello, I see you. Roll them forward and the other way. Good, good, good. Into our golfer's twist. So let's spread those legs beyond hip width apart. We're going to come into a twist up onto our toe, sending our gaze forward. Fingertips are nice and soft. Let's try and engage the straight leg. So the leg that is straight, we're going to intentionally squeeze that bottom and up. Good. Two more. Good. Into some bodyweight squats. So let's spread those heels out. The toes are facing outwards, so your left one is at a 10 o'clock position on a clock face, right one is at a 2 o'clock position on a clock face. We're going to gently sink low and then slowly squeeze those bottoms up. Sinking down and up. Sinking down, squeeze on up. And down, squeeze on up. Two more. And again. Good. Into some forward lunges. So let's place the right foot forward. We're going to twist to the right, back to neutral, back up. Forwards, to the left, neutral, and the top. So alternating the stepping leg each time. Good. And forward, out. Good. And one more each side. Good. And the other leg. Very nice. Okay. Into today's warm up. Where's my band? So, if you have a resistance band, put it on just above your knees. So step on into it and place it above your knee. Lay yourself on the floor. Let me just set my timer. Okay, so we're going to do some hip bridges. So we're lying down where our feet are hip width apart. We're going to sink or raise those hips up to the air, squeezing our bum muscles, coming down a third, up to the top, and then lower the hips fully to the floor. So it goes up, down a third, up to the floor. What do you reckon, Bonnie? Okay, let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Hips come high, they drop by a third, they come up, and they sink to the floor. Coming up, down, up to the floor. Good. Up, down a fraction. Keep those knees drawing outwards. You should already begin to feel even your thighs working. Good. And up. Good. Keep on going. Halfway through. Squeeze at the top. Good. If you want to experiment, you might want to lift your toes up to the sky so that the majority of your weight is into your heels. And rest. Okay, next exercise, remove the band. This is a body weight exercise, the second exercise. We're going to come into some pistol squats. So let me just quickly show you. We are going to stand on our left leg, right leg raises to the off the floor, and we're just going to keep an eye. You need a sofa or chair or a non-glass coffee table. So we're going to gently lower to 3 until our bum gently touches the surface, and then we are going to ideally come up with this right foot off the floor still. If you need to drop your heel to the floor as you come up, just to aid you to get up, then do that option. Okie doke. Just start the timer again. Let's go into our pistol squat. So left foot is on the floor, right leg lifts. We're gently going to lower our bum to the surface as smoothly as possible before then raising off again. And again, we're lowering as calmly and then slowly raising up. Let's go again, slowly lowering. Good, that really engages those thigh muscles. And then to come up, good. Sinking down. Last one on this side. And then again, optional heel to help you up. Switch sides, right leg cements into the floor. We're slowly going to lower on our right knee. Good. And down. Okie doke. So you can keep that balance all the way down. Good. Lowering ideally for roughly about 3 seconds. Good. And into your single-legged deadlift. So I'll quickly demo this before the timer begins. Bear in mind we're doing these same exercises back to back. So once you've got them, I won't need to explain so much. So we're going to be on our right leg. We're going single-legged deadlift. So weight goes into your left hand. You're going to pendulum forward from your hips as far down as you can feel that hamstring stretch on your back leg. Okay, so when you're ready, shoulders are back, right leg in the floor, hips are parallel. Exhale as you lower. I can feel that stretch on that hamstring of the right foot. And then inhale to come up. This left foot ideally doesn't touch the floor. Exhale, coming down, hips are square. Inhale, coming up. Good, let's go again. Exhale to lower. Inhale to come up. One more on this side. Exhale, lower. You might find it easier to place 2 dumbbells in your hands, one in each hand. Switch sides. Left leg on the floor. Exhale. Hips are square. And inhale to come up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to come up. One more. Exhale, lower. Inhale to come up. Good. And the fourth exercise, we have got dumbbell 1 1/3 squats. So this is 7.5 kilos. Let's try with this. So you want your elbows tucked into your sides, legs beyond hip width apart. Let's go. So we're going to sink down. We're going to come up 1/3. We're going to sink down and we're going to come fully to the top. Let's go. A little bit quicker this time. Coming down, up a fraction, down fully to the top. Hopefully you haven't got a dog sniffing you from behind. And up. Coming down, up, down. Bonnie, come on. Let's sink down and up. Good. Halfway through. You should begin to feel yourself getting a little bit sweatier, particularly if you've got a heavier weight in hand. So weight-wise, continue going with the 1 1/3 squats, but you can either do it goblet style or put 2 lighter weights in a rack position, 1 on each shoulder. Otherwise, keep on going with the goblets. Good. And rest. Okay, first round of 4 complete. So let's pop your resistance band on and we're going to go for round 2. So resistance band goes on above the knee. Getting ready to lie down for your 1 1/3 hip bridges. We'll change it in the 3rd round, but for now let's continue going with exactly the same sequence. So hips come up to the sky, they dip down a bit,
Then go back up again and then lower those hips down. Coming up, down, up, fully down. Keep your gaze, your focus up the way. No looking to the left and right. Up. Good. Up. Really squeeze into those back muscles. Good. Excellent work. Keep on going, halfway through. Getting into your own rhythm of breathing. Exhaling as we lower those hips to the floor. Good. To make this a more intense exercise, if you have a 2.5 kilo dumbbell, you might want to pop it on your hips and just to add a little bit more weight, holding onto the dumbbell with your fingertips. And rest. Take the resistance band off and we have our pistol squats. So left leg near the sofa, just look at behind you, make sure that you're fairly near. Good, and then slowly coming up to stand. Gently lowering. Good, gently lifting. Excellent, keep going. Coming down. See if you can make it your landing completely silent. And switch legs. Right leg cements into the floor, left leg raises. We're going to gently lower for 3, for 2, for 1, and then coming up. Good. Let's lower for 2, 1, and come up for 2, 1. And again, lower for 2, 1, and up for 2, 1. This is a really nice way as well of training yourself into some great squats. So you can come up, sink down, come up. Now we've got our single-legged deadlifts. So I'm going to demo with 2 dumbbells this time, but otherwise, right foot on the floor, left leg lifts. We're going to exhale, coming down, 2, 1, inhale to come up. It's easier with 2 dumbbells in hand because you've got that stability. So you're looking at, these are demo, these are 2.5s, but you might want to try 5 kilos in each hand. Exhale, lower, 3, 2, 1, inhale to come up. Good, and again, exhale, lower, inhale to come up. Switch sides, right leg lifts off the floor. You're going to exhale for 3, 2, 1, inhale for 3, 2, 1, and again, exhale for 3, 2, 1, inhale to come up. Good, nearly there. Keep your eyes focused on something non-moving on the mat. Good, and rest. And into your 1 1/3 squat, so picking up that weight, coming into standing position, hold that dumbbell into your chest, and let's go for it. Sinking down, we come up 1/3, we come down, we come fully to the top. Sorry, Bonnie. Let's sink down, up, down to the top, and lower, up, good. Very nice. Shoulders away from the ears. We're really sinking into those heels. The grip of the dumbbell, keep on going with the, is this overhead lock. Sinking down, coming up and down to the top. Good. Very nice work. We have 14 more seconds on the clock. You are nearly at the halfway mark. Excellent. Okay, let's go in for the third round. Resistance band on. Okie doke. So, just have a breather if you want to have some water. Now is your time. Okie doke. I'm going to use a 2.5 kilo dumbbell just on my hips, so if you want to as well, then go for it. And when you're ready, let's lie on the mat. And timer has begun. So lying down, dumbbell comes on at the hips. We're going to raise, we're going to come down to the top and hips go to the floor. Coming up, down, up to the floor. Continuing doing what we're doing, and then for the latter 30 seconds we're going to come into some hip bridge clams. So I'm just going to walk you through those. We're going to come up, we're going to bring the knees out, we're going to bring them parallel, and then we lower the hips to the floor. So let's go straight into those. Coming up, knees come out, back to parallel, hips to the floor. Coming up, knees come out, knees go to parallel, hips to floor. Continuing with these hip bridge clams. Good. Bringing those knees as wide as you can. Don't worry if your resistance band rolls up. Keep on going. Good. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay, dumbbell or resistance band comes off. We're going to get ready to do our pistol squats. Okay, let's go. So, right foot on the floor. Let's lower for 2, for 1, and then coming up for 2 and 1. Let's lower for 2, 1, and up for 2, 1. Trying to use the strength of your legs to come up rather than momentum, which is using your core muscles a lot more. Let's use as much as you can your heels, your feet, your thighs. Good, and switch legs. Left leg on the floor, right leg lifts. Let's lower for 2, for 1, and then coming up for 2 and 1. Good. Sinking down, coming up. One more. And the last one. And up. Okay. Into your single-legged deadlifts. Again, I'm going to do 2 weights, but feel free to put one weight into the opposite hand to the leg that's on the floor. Let's exhale for 2, 1. Let's hold for 1 at the bottom before we then raise to stand. Exhale, lower. Dumbbells just fall down with gravity. Notice how my arms aren't behind me, they're just naturally lowering. Exhale. Good. Inhale to come up. Coming down and coming up. Switch legs. Left leg on the floor, right leg lifts. Exhale, dumbbells just fall down with gravity. Inhale to come up. Keep your eyes fixed on something non-moving in front of you. Rather than splaying the hips like it's those, keep them nice and parallel. Good. Exhale, lower. Inhale to the top. One more. And rest. And the finale, we have 1 and third squats. So I'm going to go for 2 dumbbells in a rack position on my shoulders. Otherwise, go for 1 goblet in your chest like we've done the last 2 rounds. So sinking down, coming up, sinking down to the top. Sinking down and up and down to the top. In terms of positioning of your dumbbells, whether it's goblet or rack position, it's really a preference. Having them in rack position just does encourage more openness of the shoulder. But have a play around. Sinking down into your heels, coming up and down to the top. We have 30 more seconds to go. So we're nearly there. Down, up. I've got steamy windows in my living room, so it's definitely doing something. Good. As you come up, let's enjoy a nice hip tilt forward and a squeeze of the bum muscles. Those glutes. So almost a slight hip thrust. Good. And rest. You'll be pleased to know that we only have one more round to go. So we're nearly there, the finish line is in sight. Let's see how many minutes. 21 minutes, so let's go for it for the final minute and then we'll do a nice cool down. So have a sip of water, have your resistance band at the ready. And then we can all be like Bonnie and just relax. Resistance band on, above the knees. Let's lie down and we're going to come back to our hip bridge clams. So let's start the timer. When you're ready, lying down, we're going to raise the hips up, bring the knees out to the side, bring them back to parallel, lower the hips to the floor. Raising up, shoulders should be firmly fixed into the floor. Gaze is just ahead of you, up towards the ceiling. Good. As you draw those knees out to the side intentionally again, activate, squeeze your glute muscles. Good. If you're not really feeling it in your bum, then just edge your heels closer in towards your hips and try that way. Good. The further out your feet position is, the more of a hamstring exercise the backs of your legs is going to be versus a glute exercise. So this, for example, turns it a lot more into hamstring dominant versus this, which is going to be a glute focused workout. Good. Nearly there, folks. And relax. Take that band off, but we're in the final round, the home stretch, into our pistol squats for the last time. Let's have our left foot to the floor, right leg lifts, just look behind you so you know where you're heading. Exhale, hips draw back, inhale to come up. Good, exhale to lower, inhale to lift, exhale lower, inhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And switch sides. Other leg is doing the squatting, sinking down. Let's see if we can really keep that control. Inhale to lift. Good. Hands can either go on your hips. I tend to interlock them, lower them down. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, lower. Again, silent landing. Inhale. Good. And rest. And we've got our deadlifts. So dumbbells in hand or singular. Let's have our left foot to the floor this time. Shoulders away from the ears. And we're just going to pendulum from the hips. Good. And then coming up. Exhale to lower for 3, 2, 1. Let's hold for 1 before we then come up for 2, 1. So lower for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1. And then coming up to stand. Good. Let's lower again. 3, 2, 1. And then coming up for 2, 1. Switch sides, right foot onto the floor, left leg in the air. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1. You should really feel that hamstring. And coming up. Good. Lowering down. 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. Let's come up. Good. And again. 3, 2, 1. And to the top. Good. Okay, the final exercise of today. Back to our dumbbell squats. Let's go. So we're going to sink low. We're going to come up. We're going to sink low. Then we're going to come fully to the top. Down. Up a third. Down. Squeeze hip thrust. Down. Up. Fully down. Hip tilt forward. Looking good. Have a think about where in your legs you're really working. Is it your thighs? Can you feel it, your calves engaged? As you come up fully to the top, can you intentionally squeeze your glutes? This is a very leg heavy workout. So afterwards, drink lots of water. Good. 15 seconds to go. You're so close. Let's take up the notch a little bit. Let's go a little bit quicker for the final 2 and the finale. Squeeze. Well done, you. Let's come into a really nice hamstring stretch. So legs hip width apart. We're going to breathe in, arms reach up the top. As we exhale, let's hinge forward from the hips. Hang your neck nice and heavy, and we're just going to gently pulse one knee forward. And you might want to bring your feet a little bit closer together. Let's just keep in this static position. One knee is forward, one knee is back. And we're just enjoying that sinking feeling into the foot. Switch legs, other knee comes forward, other knee comes back. See if you can tilt your chest a little bit closer towards that front thigh to enjoy a stretch. Good. One more second. And let's place both heels into the floor. We're now coming in with both legs, a very slight micro bend in those knees, but predominantly straight. Hinging forward again, just closing the gap between our chest and our thighs. Really drawing in, using the strength of your forearms to bring that chest forward. Good. Coming into a nice deep runner's lunge. So we're just going to bring your right leg forward, left knee's back, and we're going to sink that left knee towards the floor. Bringing your hands to the inside of your right leg and just opening out that hip space. If it feels more comfortable, you can lift that left knee off of the floor. Otherwise, just pop it on a cushion. And let's slowly bring your right leg, right knee out to the side, lifting up the ball of your right foot so that you can see the sole of your right foot. And then let's place it back on the floor. Let's open it out, back to the floor. Coming out into a plank position, let's bring your left leg forward, right knee drops to the floor, and we're just going to enjoy this nice hip opening long lunge. Again, option to lift that right knee off the floor, otherwise gently lower it to the floor. Good. To make this a slightly more intense stretch, if it's not feeling intense enough already, then you can lower onto your forearms into what's called lizard pose, and that really does intensify the stretch. Otherwise, just come up onto your hands. Good. Okay, let's just do a couple of cat-cows. So knees are beyond hip width apart. We're going to breathe in. Send your gaze forward, tailbone lifts towards the sky, and then we're going to exhale, arch the spine, look towards your belly button, rounding that neck. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale once more. Exhale, draw the gaze toward the belly button. Good. Tuck the toes under, hinge back into a downward facing dog, and let's just spend 2 seconds in this position. You can keep it static. If you want to gently walk out and pulse out the knees, you can into a walking dog. Otherwise, just hold it here. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Neck is soft. Good. And then let's walk your hands or your feet towards your hands or your hands towards your feet. And we're then going to slowly come up into a standing position. Good. Let's reset the shoulders. Let's roll them back. Let's roll them forward. And you are good to go. Have a big glass of water. Enjoy your shower. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.